Hello, my lovelies. I hope all of you are safe and amazing with your loved ones in this lockdown period. I am Chaya Chauhan and welcome to Quickie Pantry. Today, I started with this recipe googling as to why do we even make chana dal ghiya. I mean, एक तो चना दाल ऊपर से घिया क्यों? But even Google did not have any answer. So my reasoning is that see, in North India our staple diet is of rice, not of rice but of roti, right? And thicker, and thus our dals are also thicker. I mean, even our sambars are thicker than South India, for God's sake. And that's why chana dal and ghiya kind of provide like a nice cupping to our piece of roti, right? And besides that, it makes wholesome food with legumes and ghiya. And of course, they complement each other in a lot of health benefits, which we're going to be discussing when we make the food. And poor ghiya, I mean, how many memes on Tinda, Tori, Ghiya? Matlab, who wants to eat the poor thing, man? But it has its moment of shining in this lovely dish and really healthy and wholesome dish, right? And we make it with buddies is because, see, chana dal has like a little sweet flavoring of its own, like almost like corn, correct? And so does ghee. So buddies kind of provide with a all-in-one star performer with this vegetable, with this dish, and thus go very well with it. I will do a very quickie recap on how we went about making the buddies in case you guys have missed it. And then let's get over to the kitchen and start making our dish. It's a very simple dish.
It's yummy, it's sticky, it's Quickie Pantry.
See, buddies add a great spicy flavor to a dish, and thus I mark it as an important oblique essential for Quickie Pantry. Also, I emphasize on making ingredients yourself, as then you're sure about the hygienic conditions they're made in, right? I kept the 2 tablespoons of dal aside and have coarse grinded the balance, because those 2 tablespoons will be adding later and it will make the grains show, the dal grains show, and it will add beauty to our curries. So now we put all this grinded masala in a bowl, and can you see this is the coarseness of the coriander seeds and the black pepper we need to arrive at. They're only kind of a split in half kind of a thing, yeah. Then we put only 1 tablespoon of oil, and then we mix, including the dal, that 2 tablespoons of dal that we had kept aside. Now, for example, this is the much of oil you need to grease your tray with, on which you're going to be drying your worries. And the paste needs to be runny like this and this, and that's about it. Okay. Do remember to turn over the worries every morning and evening for these 3 days. They may take also just 2 days, and it completely depends upon the weather conditions. So let's take 8 worries, 2 onions, 3 tomatoes, 10 garlic cloves, 1 tablespoon of cumin seeds jeera, 1 teaspoon of turmeric powder haldi, and half spoon of degi mirch for that dash of color. The ghee that you see here, will be using half of that and 1 cup of soaked chana dal. You can soak this from half an hour to 1 hour depending upon your intent to save fuel. As the longer you soak, the quicker it'll cook. We dice the vegetables as you see and make puree of the tomatoes. Put 1 spoon of mustard oil in a hot pan and add jeera. Then go the garlic, please don't overcook. And yes, then we add the onions. After that, we add the varis. See, usually varis are deep fried separately in order for them to cook well. Because remember, they are made of raw dal, yeah? So they need to be cooked. But I add them at this stage so that we will get them roasted slowly in that slight oil which we have together with our onions and garlic. Once we have achieved this brown color of the varis, then our tomato puree goes in and the spices follow. We cook the tomato puree well before adding a glass of water and ghee and close the lid to let cook for a bit. It's only now that your well-soaked chana dal is added, we mix it well. Maybe we need to add some water before we close the lid and let cook. Notice that we had taken 1 cup of the chana dal and soaked it well. Now once this dish is ready, a 1 cup size serving will provide for 117 calories, out of which carbs are 70 calories and proteins 22. And the remaining 25 are from the fat. It provides 6% of the total daily calorie requirement for a standard adult diet of 2000 calories, really rich in folic acid and vitamin C, which is a great defense against coughs and colds and boosts our immunity. Also rich in vitamin B1, which protects nerves, helps in carb metabolism, and boosts production of RBCs and prevents heart diseases. Highly rich in dietary fiber, this is a great dish to go with our rotis or rice. In case you're making the dish for the first time, you may want to check at intervals as to how far you've reached with the cooking. And the viscosity of this dish is entirely up to you. It can be a dal to savor with the rice, or a little thicker like a sabzi to enjoy with parathas or roti. And by the way, if anyone is concerned that this will be a heavy dish, let me assure you that it isn't. And it is very easy to digest owing to no frying of the varis. The spices present in the varis, especially the hing, aids digestion. And see, the ghee. We garnish it with coriander leaves. So you see, there is a beauty and reasoning behind these dishes which have been prevalent in our country since ages. And Google might not know of it as of yet, but then everyone learns. Great favor, please. Could you please ask your mums, your dadis and your nannies as to what was their personal reason behind making this dish, and leave it in the comment. I will highly appreciate that, please, and I really do want to know. And what else? Yeah, you're going to stay really healthy, wise and happy, and I'm going to be catching you sooner than you think. Take really good care of yourself and your loved ones.